Hello friends, happy Monday. Lamisha here, of course, from LamishaSerf-Walls.com, bringing you another Mindset Monday tip for your week. And I'm really excited about this tip because this is one of the more practical tips that I've probably ever given you. And it's one that is going to, number one, it's super simple, and it's going to change your life provided you do it, right? And I think the biggest challenge with this tip in particular is patience and trusting that the process is unfolding, trusting that this, tip or this action that you're going to take is going to give you the outcome that you want, okay? Now what this is, and when you really want to use this tip, is when you have those moments, and we all have them, when you have a desire that's coming up, you have this thing you want to do, you have this action you want to take, or this project you want to create, but you don't know how. Maybe there's a piece missing, maybe you don't know what the thing is exactly, but you kind of feel it coming up, and you're kind of in this in-between place, right? You can't really take action, and that's a really uncomfortable place for us human beings to be in, especially when you're just a go-getter and want to make it happen. So because I'm always talking about inspired action, what this action does for you is give you something to do. It gives you a way to channel that desire, and also keeps sort of the space and provides the space for the inspiration to come through. So here's how it works. All you have to do for whatever desire you have, dream you have, opportunity that you want to create, you're going to write it down, right? If you don't know what, like say you need a piece or you need a contact for this particular thing, you're looking for a graphic designer, or you're looking for a coach, or you're looking for help with this, or you have this idea but you don't know how really to implement it or to action it. What you're going to do is you're going to simply write it down. So you may have a notebook or you have a note section in your phone, and it might be questions, right? Like things I don't know yet. And then you just write it down. You can write graphic designer, question mark. How to publish my book, question mark. The best coach for me, question mark, right? Now what this does is it sort of creates a placeholder for your desire. And what it does is it signals and creates sort of a question for the universe, God, to answer. So instead of going, I don't know how this is going to work, or I really want to do it, but I don't know how, we're not feeding into I don't know how. We're simply creating the container for the desire, for the answer to come in. And it's very similar to the questions that I've shared multiple times about how does it get any better than this, right? I may not know, but the question is not for me to answer. The question is the container through which the inspiration is going to come. So by doing this, by writing down book, like I want to write my book, question mark, but you don't really know what it's going to be about, or you don't know how, you put that there and trust that the answer is going to come. So you don't necessarily have to read this list every single day. You don't have to do anything with it other than trust that when you write it down, it is taken care of. And then you may think about it. You may have moments where you're like, yeah, that book, not quite sure, and just kind of check in with yourself. But I promise you, the opportunity, the thing, the answer, the support, the person, the strategy, whatever it is going to land in your lap. You're going to see it. It'll be a video, you'll see an article, something will happen, or you'll just get an idea and it'll be super clear. Okay, so again, this is a very different tip than what I typically provide for you or I give you, but it works wonders. And I've used it for a couple of things, honestly, unknowingly. I just kind of, had a question mark in my mind, like, yes, I want to do this thing, question mark. And recently I wanted to get back into more of my creativity when it comes to movement, and I used to dance and do all of this and be a dance teacher and choreographer, and at one point I wanted to dance again, and I kind of was filing that in the back of my mind, not even really researching, just I want to find the right thing, and literally within a week an opportunity popped up. So this stuff works, and the key is not to push it, the key is not to force it, the key is simply to go, this is the thing that I want to do, and then keep that space open and say yes to it when it arrives, okay? To say yes to the opportunity when that thing comes through. So that is your tip for today. So I want you to actually action it, and action, what I really mean by that action is to grab your list, grab a notebook, and write down all the things that you've been thinking about. the support that you need, the book you want to write, the business you want to start, whatever it is, write out those desires and then put question marks next to them and see if in the next week or two you don't already have some answers to those questions that you've written. All right, this is simply creating the opportunity and being able and open to the flow and the answer to arrive, and be prepared to say yes when it does arrive. All right, so that is my tip for you this week. I hope it is helpful for you. I'd love to know if you have questions about things you want me to cover with future tips. Feel free to comment below or send those to me via message. And of course, as always, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll talk to you soon.